Cardano must be one of the most thoroughly examined cryptographic forms of money out there. The market capitalization of Cardano is presently at more than $16 billion. The organization's local token, ADA, has additionally been filling in prominence because of its developing use cases. As of late, the organization declared that it has added another element to its blockchain that makes it simpler to perform exchanges. The year 2022 has not been an optimal one for digital currencies. For example, the cost of ADA has been fluctuating somewhere in the range of 45 cents and 52 cents during the most recent 7 days. In the wake of hitting a high of $1.60 in January, the altcoin began to exchange at lower levels. Notwithstanding the negative market patterns during the start of spring, Cardano had the option to return and keep an inspirational perspective. Nonetheless, after it penetrated the $1.20 mark, the cost of the altcoin began to fall. Is this a collection zone sign for Cardano or the start of a further negative fall? Through peer-explored research, Cardano was worked as the first blockchain stage that can be worked with the fundamental safety efforts to safeguard the information of billions. It is additionally equipped for supporting different worldwide frameworks. A consistent ascent in noticeable quality is required for Cardano to keep up with its situation as one of the most unmistakable digital currencies on the planet. In such a hopeful situation, the cost of ADA could reach as high as $1.13. Assuming the bears win, the cost of Cardano could tumble to around 59 cents. Then again, on the off chance that the selling and purchasing pressures are adjusted, the altcoin could be at around 75 cents. 2024. The rising number of designers and the developing prominence of Cardano could assist with supporting the organization's piece of the pie. This would likewise assist with enhancing the organization's arranged drives. On the off chance that the more extensive market goes through an expected administrative or monetary emergency, the altcoin could drop to around $1.04. Albeit the standard cost of Cardano might in any case reach $1.54, it would be vital to try not to go overboard. 2025. Assuming that the organization carries out an open democratic framework by 2025, it could influence the cost of the altcoin. This could make it lose a portion of its dealers. Be that as it may, over the long haul, the cost might in any case stretch around $2.61. In the event that Cardano can effectively carry out different undertakings and drives, the cost of the cryptographic money could arrive at a limit of $3.49 by 2025. 2030. Specialists at a main monetary firm foresee that the cost of Cardano could arrive at a limit of $5.84 in 2030. They likewise accept that the altcoin will keep on developing. ADA Value Examination. The above ADA cost examination outline is set to an everyday time period. Towards 2018 Q4, ADA moved in a falling wedge design areas of strength for with energy. 2019 opened with a combination that went on for around 90 days prior to breaking out of the scope of 4 cents 5 cents. After it broke out of the reach, the cost moved around 85% into the 10 cents potential gain cost. The new high took out the last critical high, recommending that the negative pattern was finished, and the market is currently bullish. Conversion with the moving midpoints pointers portraying a brilliant cross likewise proposed there may be an adjustment of pattern. Q1 and Q2 2020. ADA's 10 cents high union proceeded and made liquidity on the lookout. This liquidity supported the sell that moved and broke the market design to the drawback, hitting an ATL of 1 cent. Before the sell broke, while it was mobilizing down, it made responses at the generally checked solidification zone on NOV 2018, which went about as a help, driving the cost further down to 3 cents. ADA then, at that point, tracked down help at 3 cents and pushed the value back to 7 cents at an inventory zone made on July 13. This supply offset the interest on the lookout and supported the sell drop down to 1 cent. The market made this record-breaking low on WAC 2020 and made a respectable attempt to purchase, yet got opposed for a couple of days, however at last made a help zone, presently going about as an obstruction zone. This obstruction zone denoted the finish of Q1 for 2020. In the early long stretches of April, the cost broke out of the opposition, retested the zone as a help, held the help. These further drove ADA by 55% to the 5 cents potential gain value, a similar zone made since NOV 2019. This zone has gotten the cost to regard it whenever it passes this zone, as is regular. The ADA cost united for a couple of days at this zone, offered a little to the drawback to assemble request strength at the 4 cents request zone, which worked and pushed the cost 55% into the potential gain at the 8 cents minus 0.09 zone, and moderated the last high, demonstrating a bullish pattern affirmation. After the cost arrived, it made a bull banner, cost going from 8 cents to 9 cents for a really long time. This bull banner is a continuation design, which shows that the cost was as yet bullish. The market is simply resting to assemble more interest solidarity to proceed with its transition to the potential gain. and it did subsequent to retesting 0.070 IPA with a long wick. The bull banner finished the Q2 of 2020, which is a decent sign that the cost would be bullish for the following quarter. The year began with a 3-day solidification that drove ADA's most memorable, most stretched-out purchase to nearly $5 on February 27, 2021. After hitting this ADA shaped a channel-like union, leaving trendline liquidity with a projection that cost would get back to moderate the liquidity and proceed with the purchase from a request stream zone. 2021 Q2 began with a breakout from the channel-like union, driving the cost to hit around $2.45. However, the cost experienced a strong bullish dismissal after making this presentation, returning the cost to the purchase zone. The zone shaped a help that kept and kicked the cost down up to $1.85. At $1.85, it got opposed back to the purchase zone that sent it and couldn't get through the zone once more, further affirming that purchase zone is major areas of strength for it. The repurchase zone again sent the cost to the safe zone, which tried 2 times and opposed the value back to the help. The help got tried 2 times once more prior to supporting the most expanded purchase in ADA history. These help and obstruction zones were the most grounded up to this point, as the opposition zone and backing zone were tried 3 and multiple times, separately, prior to breaking out in Q3. Cardano is a layered, brilliant agreement steady decentralized blockchain network that means to further develop Bitcoin's POW versatility, interoperability, and manageability with its Ouroboros POS convention. The blockchain is made out of 2 layers, the Cardano settlement layer and the Cardano computational layer. The previous permits distributed exchanges to occur inside the organization. The last option, then again, goes about as a scaffold between the savvy contracts and the CSL. Not at all like the conventional POS calculation, Cardano utilizes a perplexing form of the POS called the Ouroboros POS. Dissimilar to the customary POS, the Ouroboros framework makes time lots called ages. Every age has an opening chief who will perform block creation. This technique diminishes clog and increment the productivity of the organization. In the speedy universe of Cardano, exchanging time sits tight for no man. This blockchain advanced resource has caused disturbances throughout the long term in the monetary market news because of its high development speed. While some are as yet considering the basics and authenticity of this cash, right now is an ideal opportunity to purchase the digital money coins as monetary forecasts are showing cost expansions in ADA. Other cryptographic forms of money can likewise influence the cost of Cardano. The momentary variances of the money are basically affected by the opinions of its brokers. On account of Cardano, the cost will be impacted by the premium of its expected purchasers. Whales can likewise control the cost of a coin. On the off chance that a lot of ADA tokens are held, this will build the interest for the coin, which will make the cost increment. While in the long haul, the cost is principally impacted the Technologica. It is critical to dissect the presentation of various digital currencies against each other to decide the genuine development of the altcoin. For example, Cardano is at present in the 8th situation with a market capitalization of more than $16 billion.